Hello. Oh, before we start, let me actually see where the hell this sound is actually coming from. Having a bit of an audio mystery. What is my default audio device? Who fucking knows what Streamlabs considers my default? Could be anything. Could even be a boat. It should be coming through my headset. Yeah, I was doing some audio tests, you know, as I do. And there was lots of waves. It was clearly making noise, so I recorded it to see how it sounded. And when I listened to it back, it was silent. Just total dead silence. And I'm like, what the am I hearing ghosts? Right, let's find out. You guys are gonna have to tell me what it sounds like. I mean, it should just sound like vague background burning ambience. Is that all we got? Right, let's pop the game open now. Where is the effect? And does it have mass? It has some mass. We should hear
Shepard.
Rex.
and burning. And nothing else. A little bit of gunfire. Not too loud, not too quiet, etc, etc. Right, did I do anything off stream? I mean, we're exactly where we left off. I think all I've done is a little bit of micromanaging my squad. Everybody is leveled up with all their points. All of our weapons have been shared around. So I think we're good to go. Sounds pretty good. Nice to hear it. So how are we all doing? I'm having one of those days. What the hell one of those days means exactly? It could mean anything. In this case, it means existential crisis. What the hell am I doing with my life? That sort of thing. I need a new job. Desperately. That kind of mood. Mass Effect with fish and chips. What could be better?
We should get out of here. I don't think
Mass Effect with something actually tasty.
I need some answers. You knew more about the Thorian than you let on.
Ah, normal Monday.
I was
Yes.
afraid. I wanted to stop the tests, but they threatened me. Told me I'd be next. When the Geth attacked, I stayed behind to send a message to Colonial Affairs. I tried to tell them where to find the Thorian, but the power cut before I could send the message. I never meant for this to happen.
I don't care.
Just tell me where I can find the Thorian. No more lies.
The Thorian is underneath Zoo's Hope, but the entrance is blocked.
I'll give us
The
a
Titans covered it with the freighter
a
just
catch
before
up
the
in a
Geth
minute.
attacked.
But why are the Geth after the Thorian? What could Saren want with it?
thrown
Well,
right back
it
into the
does have
thick of
unique
things.
Mind control capabilities. That's what Exogeny was interested in.
Normandy to shore party, come in.
The mind control plant. Yeah, so here we are on Theros. The colony was under attack by the Geth. We've pretty much dealt with that by now. But it turns out that there is a reason why the Geth were here in the first place, because the corporation was studying some sentient psychic plant, which is underneath the actual civilian colony and seems to have the colonists all under their control, which is why they were all acting so weird. Very Lovecraftian-y inspired.
What is it, Joker?
We're getting a lot of Geth comm chatter. Looks like they're headed your way.
No, I thought we were done with them.
You heard the man. Let's move out.
Nah, but there's only a
I'm
few
coming
left.
with you. I might be able to help. Undo the mess I helped create.
Awkwardly walks away. Just watched Poltergeist. It's a classic for a reason. Never actually seen it. What are movies I haven't seen? I'm good, aside from my blood boiling from the sun and Starmer's words today, but alright. Oh, what's he said today? I have been completely out the loop. To be honest, I've been like opening YouTube, looking through things to watch. Mostly all my political kind of channels and news things and all that, and I couldn't stomach it. I just couldn't. And so I just folded my washing in silence. Like a freak. Or somebody who isn't ADHD. Somebody from, like, I don't know, 10 years ago where they didn't have a fucking phone on them 24/7. You know, a freak, like I said. Get out my way. Out my way. Holy Christ, fuck. It is very warm. I've had to take off. I'm in me shorts, actually. I'm in rare Red Scott shorts right now. It was that or underwear, but I thought I better not risk it in case I ever need to go top up on water, which I probably will, considering I've already had to. Just during the 5-minute stream starting soon screen. It is very fucking warm. Enoch Powell level shit. I don't even want to hear it. I'm just gonna get more depressed, haven't I?
What was that all about?
I am stuck. I've had a roamy day. Roamed to the doctor and got injected with juice. Roamed to the train station to pick up tickets. Roamed into town to pick up groceries. Roamed home. Roamed Skyrim. Now I roam here.
Stop!
I've been roaming Vardenfell all day. The Morrowind multiplayer mod with Sam and Phil. It's been going great. Power leveling. I'm a god. How can you kill a god? What a grand and intoxicating innocence. How could you be so naive? And yet I still can't pickpocket.
You can't do this, John.
Everyone shut up. Let me think.
I'm
What's
stuck,
going on?
Step Mako.
You won't get away with this.
Get her out of here.
Get away from her, you son of a bitch!
Oh, everyone's yelling.
Damn it. Come out where I can see you. All of you. Shepard. Damn it. I knew it was too much to hope the Geth would kill you. I found some interesting facts about you in the exogenic database. I know what you did on Torfin. There's no reason for this to get bloody.
Who's Torfin?
Not this time, Jean. You need to back down and let them go.
You don't understand. It's not that easy. Communications are back up. Exogenic wants this place purged.
This is a human colony, John. You can't just repurpose us.
It's not just you. There's something here far more valuable than a few colonists.
Are you gonna tell them about the Thorian? Or should I?
The what?
It's a telepathic life form living under Zoo's hope. It's taking control of the colonists there. Exogeny knew all along.
You won't get away with this.
You know what? Exogeny are just the Zerka Corporation of Mass Effect. If that isn't obvious to the KOTOR players in chat.
You've gone way too far. This ends now.
If that's the way it has to be, heck, come on!
That was a very strange gunshot sound effect.
As if we don't have enough problems. Now we're shooting each other in the back.
It's my fault. I knew what was going on and I didn't do anything.
Don't you start. You do good work, and you know it. So what now, Commander?
I need to find out why the Geth are after the Thorian.
The colonists won't let you near the Thorian. They die first. They're under its control.
Do we just kill them all? I'm not that attached. We gotta see what happens.
Anything that gets between me and my goal is fair game.
There's gotta be another way.
I think there is. You could safely use a nerve agent to neutralize the colonists.
Nah.
Like a gas grenade.
Nah.
I'm not stopping to ask them to breathe deeply.
How can it hurt to try? Please, Commander. These are our friends.
No.
I'm not doing it.
At least take the grenade.
Just a really bad
The
person.
option.
Hello, Dylan.
Right thing, Commander.
How you doing? Just wouldn't take no for an answer, would they?
Good luck.
So obviously, like every other time I play this game, I do the right thing. It's a bit of a faff. It's actually pretty tricky. You've only got a limited number of grenades. They're like gas grenades, essentially. And you have to try to... Because the colonists are all grouped up in little clusters. So you have to be really precise in where you throw your limited numbers of grenades in order to try to get every one of them. Because I tried to do it without any casualties, you know. As far as I'm concerned, you lose one, you've already failed. But, just for a treat, we'll just shoot the ball in the face this time. We'll not fuck around with that. I'm doing so-so. Work being work. Tell me in wrestling analogies and metaphors what Starmer said / is doing. Steven won't be able to understand. What do we got? So Starmer is Hogan. Who's Eugene and who's Hassan? Hulk Hogan WrestleMania 21 when he came out to save Eugene. Yeah, this means nothing to me. Good job. Why did we leave the tank? Alright, Liara.
Let's take them out.
Lift. And... throw. I mean, I was aiming the other direction, but fair enough. Farewell!
No amount of infection could have altered a human to that extent. I wonder what is going on here.
They're all infected. Kill everything!
I want a clean sweep. Nothing hostile lives to take a second shot.
What about the
There's a star. Man, waiting in the sky.
We don't have time to waste on these people. There's a galaxy at stake.
Wow, they are
It's regrettable. But if
really...
you say there is no other option, that is just the way it is.
Everyone around Shepard is trying to talk him out of just culling, but... Nope, not having it. Open the door, open the door, open the door. It's weird seeing Steven be a dick, Shepard.
Over there.
For a change. For a treat. Get out of my ear. Fucking zombie ASMR there. Oh, someone's alive.
I'm on my way.
Was. That's a person. Oh dear. Oh no, are we Eugene? I'd rather be Eugene than Starmer. I'm Steven. Alright, which one to use? Actually, tell you what, these things are pretty tanky. So I'm going to make sure we are set for anti-organic duties just now. Toxic damage. Sure, shredders. Ooh, actually, if I haven't already, shotgun's pretty good against these as well. Shredder rounds. That's fine. You're all good.
Incoming!
That's a hell of a noise. I don't know how it sounds to everyone else, but the kind of zombie groaning sound effect is coming directly into my ear on the left. It's like they're right behind Shepard. Not very well. I don't know exactly how to say. Where the sound's coming from is just wrong. Ooh! Shepard shooting a bunch of colonists because he's bored.
One of those carbon-
Because he's lazy.
I will destroy you!
Uh-oh.
I'm on!
What is it? I have arrived. Hello. And hello. Oda and Bryn. How are you both doing? Even when trying to pacify the colonists here, some still end up dying. Oh, one is... Is she alright? Yeah, the only one who I think has to die is Faidan, the leader. Because he dies in a cutscene. I mean, spoilers for 2 minutes from now. But no, you can save all 16 others. It's absolutely doable, because I do it. Rigor mortis set in pretty quickly on her, yeah. She's still there. No, just curious. That's the most haunting thing you've ever seen. Sorry, Maca Doyle.
There are the controls for the crane.
Sorry, Hana Murakami. I like how the game gives us all of their names as we kill them. Sorry, colonist. Your parents hated you. 0 colonists left alive. We did it, Patrick! We did it, Liara! We saved the city! Scrunt. Hey, Phil. How did Morrowind go? Have you got to level 30 yet? Just being hit by Sam. For hours on end. Leveling up your armor skill.
You can't imagine the pain. I was supposed to be their leader. These people trusted me. It wants me to stop you, but I won't. I won't!
No, no, no! Oh, you were supposed to shoot him, Shepard. He took the kill. Kill steal. Ah, well. 16 us, 1 them. Wasn't Thorian the leader dwarf from the Lord of the Rings prequels? Yes, yes. Thorian Oaken face. He got the name after he ran face first into a tree as a kid. But it was part of a prophecy or some shit, so he became the chosen one. I don't know. Tolkien lore is weird. Just roll with it.
Alright, we just need to find this creature.
Why are you killing them, Scott? Good question. Because I'm bored.
What is that?
Nothing's ever simple, is it?
Maybe it's friendly? Maybe? It's a plant. Squid. It's weird and I don't like it.
Your every step is a transgression. 1,000 feelers appraise you as meat. Good only to dig or decompose. I speak for the old growth as I did
speak for the
Saren.
trees.
You are within and before the Thorian. It commands that you be in awe.
You gave something to Saren. Something I need.
Saren sought knowledge of those who are gone. The old growth listened to flesh for the first time in the long cycle. Trades were made. Then cold ones began killing the flesh that would tend the next cycle.
Tentacle tentai.
Fairly given. The old growth sees the air you push as lies. It will listen no more.
What do you mean, let the colonists go? They're all dead. You know what? I'm saying it.
I won't let you keep your thralls. Release them, now.
No more will the Thorian listen to
Aw.
those that scurry.
I wanted it to call me out.
Lives are short, but have gone on too long. Your blood will feed the ground.
What do you mean +2 power gone? You're so full of shit, Shepard. After killing everybody, I'm like, why did you do that? Release the hostages, Thorian, after I bombed them all. No politic.
Lost shields.
Oh no.
Die.
Why does she have so many buckled belts? Is she from Kingdom Hearts? I don't know. So she was a clone, and I don't know why she had clothing to begin with when she was, you know, just birthed out from a plant. Because this game is cowardly, is the answer. But yeah. Maybe the clothes were made of leaves. I don't know.
Definitely something different in this area.
Liara, I need you to stop being lazy. Get up. If the Doctor can regenerate into a suit, then why not? This still annoys me. It's never explained. Space magic. The Force did it.
Patching you up.
That had the desired effect, I believe. A few more and it will be severely hurt.
Yeah. Let's make this endangered one-of-a-kind species suffer. Ew. Ew. Horrible angle. Oh, hello, Mr. Draconius. This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them. Oh, there she is. Fucking freeze her for a second. Come back down. Come back down. Come back down.
Eat this.
The shotgun does not have very much spread. It's kind of just a slug thrower. At least it feels that way. She dead. So I'm not really sure what mission to do after this one.
All
I'll be
clear.
honest. We are not going to be rushing straight off to Niveria. Not this week. I think we'll probably just do some side quests. Or possibly the asteroid mission? It's a bit of a commitment, but I think we're high enough level for it. Never heard Shepard say, "Eat this," before. I've never heard Dude Shepard say it anyway. I think it's just a rarer voice line. Just popped out to make a come back to probably the worst part of the game. I always get my ass beat in it. You just gotta know... You gotta have the right weapon for swarms of zombies. That's why I set myself to shredder rounds for anti-organic targets. I always do feel shotgun's the best for this. And as always, just have biotics on the team. Just don't let him touch you. Oh, oh, oh! Push! Throw him off the ledge. Oh, you took far too long. Liara. Shit.
Target down.
I got a bit precarious. I like it when they just run round in circles. Just little guys. They don't know what they're doing. He must have a tailoring gland inside him that weaves the clothes as the clones are formed. Ah, of course. But of course. If this game was rated higher than Scott, then stop calling me Scott. Then most likely these Asari clones would be Nikki. Oh no. Probably. It's Steven. Just to clarify. Been a while since I've had to have that conversation. Tally, please stop running in front of me. How do you unlock the Duke Nukem mode where Shepard is Duke Nukem? Don't know how to respond to that. It's alright. It's alright, Jake. At least you didn't call me... what's the worst names? Tony or Scott with 1T. Oh, I've been called a whole bunch. Red. Sometimes I just get called Red.
Rally round.
Do you look under the bed? Yeah, sorry, I understand now. Yeah, it's in the second game. Bryn, you're getting confused. In the second game, you flip the bed. So you...
Area secured.
The Legendary Edition helps make this scene creepier than it was. Before, it was just a big old blob of beige. What, this thing? Yeah. God, so fucking thirsty. I have a big mouthful of water and then my mouth instantly dries up and I can't talk anymore. Pretty sure I've called you Harold Shipman once. Probably.
Perimeter clear.
So I'm pretty sure if you destroy the big node on the wall, it will instantly kill most, if not all, of the creepers in that room. But if you want to maximize XP, then you want to get all the kills. almost done. Oh shit. Ah, there's just sneaky ninja.
Countermeasure deployed.
Oh crap. Pause her for a second. Thank you. Get my shields back. Give us a breather. And now we wait. So yeah, you can't actually do damage to them when they're in stasis. It's still good just to give yourself a second.
All clear.
Henceforth, I shall call you Mr. Gaming. Please don't. I'd rather not.
It is hurting, Commander Shepard.
I overheat easy in this kind of weather, yet I always make myself a cup of tea. I may be one of those fools you hear so much about. I don't know. I don't know if tea actually causes you to overheat or not. I'm sure there's some arguments made that actually, when you've got warm water inside you, it cools you down on the outside or some nonsense. Who knows? The fact it's liquid at all, I'm sure is fine. I made myself a tea this morning, but I'm just thirsty. Shit. Hey, why am I not firing? There we go. Are we tired of zombies yet? Oops, wrong button. Before I get cornered running any further back, I need some help. Oh, they both died again instantly. Good job, team. Fucking hell. If I die, I go all the way back to the start, right? just so we're clear here, I am not allowed to die. And it's basically an insta-kill if they puke on me.
Thanks.
Thanks. Don't die, Gohan. Don't tell me what to do, Trunks. Flies headlong into Android. Blender. I like that logic. Hold on, what? Oh, it's like Fast and Furious logic, where if you reverse a car that has flames coming out the front of it, the car will reverse faster than a car driving normally. Oh, I love Fast and Furious. It's such fucking nonsense. That's why I've never seen them. And yet I love them all the same.
You must die!
Fucking nonsense. That Morrowind disease, Phil. God, sorry. Sorry, inside joke here. Playing Morrowind multiplayer, Phil's going around trying to get a bus, trying to get a merchant, trying to just talk to any NPC, and everyone he talks to is like, I want nothing to do with you. Go away. And he's like, why is no one talking to me? Why do I keep having to bribe people to, like, get basic services? Phil, what's your personality at? Oh, it's at 0. Phil, why is your personality at 0? I've contracted I've contracted a disease. What disease do you have? Check the bottom right of the screen. Ash cancer! No, it's not actually called that in game. It's like ash Chancre? C-H-A-N-C-R-E? But just it was so fucking funny. Sorry, ass cancer? It was funny, Phil. Why is your personality at 0? I voted for reform.
I'm free. I suppose I should thank you for releasing me.
Who are you? And what were you doing in that wall?
How do I know this isn't some kind of
Are you
trick?
some kind of leprechaun?
This is no trick. The Thorian is dead, and I am myself again. My name is Shiala. I served Matriarch Benezia. When she allied herself with Saren.
Well
so
done.
did I.
Thank you.
Benezia foresaw the influence Saren would have. She joined him to guide him down a gentler path. But Saren is compelling. Benezia lost her way.
Are you saying Saren can control minds?
Benezia underestimated Saren, as I did. We came to believe in his cause and his goals. The strength of his influence is troubling.
Benezia sought to turn the river and was swept away.
Alright, enough with your analogies. Synonyms, figures of speech, words!
Asari matriarchs are among the most intelligent and powerful beings in the galaxy. How could one fall under Saren's control?
Saren has a vessel, an enormous warship unlike anything I've ever seen. He calls it Sovereign. It can dominate the minds of his followers.
Oh?
They become indoctrinated to Saren's will. The process is subtle. It can take days, weeks, but in the end, it is absolute. I was a willing slave when Saren brought me to this world. He needed my biotics to communicate with the Thorian, to learn its secrets. Saren offered me in trade. I was sacrificed to secure an alliance between Saren and the Thorian.
Sorry, I just got a message there. Dylan, Kelpie Game, Kelpie Store in a chat there, was saying that last time I was streaming, his son Finley was watching, who's like 4 years old, 5 years old, something like that. Don't remember. Probably way off. And he said, I want to play a game after watching my stream. So we hooked him up on the Xbox and got him to play Oblivion, and apparently he's addicted now. Good taste, at least.
That's what you get for trusting Saren.
Saren is quick to betray his followers, and his allies. Once he had what he needed, he ordered his Geth to destroy the Thorian. Saren knows you are searching for the conduit. He knows you are following his steps. He attacked the Thorian so you could not gain the cipher.
It never fails to impress me how psychotic default male shepherd looks no matter what the situation. He does look like a bit of a freak. I have a weird memory problem, or I just have a short-term memory issue. I give the analogy or metaphor that my brain is like a bowl of soup and the bowl has some holes. The leaking soup is my memories. Isn't there just a shorter version of this? Your brain is a sieve. I mean, a sieve is a bowl with holes in it. You know, I'm just saying it's the same idea, but fewer words. You can have that one for free. There you go.
What's the cipher? And why did Saren need it?
The beacon on Eden Prime gave you visions.
Same, though.
But the visions are unclear, confusing. They were meant for a Prothean mind. To truly comprehend them, you must think like a Prothean. You must understand their culture, their history, their very existence. The Thorian was here long before the
Do you
Protheans
spell
built this
sieve?
city. It watched and studied them.
Sieve.
When they died, it consumed
What's wrong?
them. They became a part of it.
S-I-V. That just looks like a Roman number. Because it probably is. Sieve. The simian immunodeficiency virus. I don't think that's what we're talking about. Nonsense. Nonsense.
Just give me some plain answers.
Sieve.
Where is the cipher?
A sieve.
The cipher is the
Well,
very
la-di-da,
essence
Mr.
of being a
Frenchman.
Prothean. It cannot be described or explained. It would be like describing color to a creature without eyes. To understand, you must have access to endemic ancestral memory. A viewpoint spanning thousands of Prothean generations. I sensed this ancestral memory, the cipher, when I melded with the Thorian. Our identities merged, our minds intertwined. Such knowledge cannot be taught.
Is this woman still talking?
You taught Saren, you can teach me.
There is a way. I can transfer the knowledge from my mind to yours, as I did with Saren.
At least it's not ash cancer.
Slow, deep breaths. Let go of your physical shell. Reach out to grasp the threads that bind us.
Oh, we're doing a mind meld.
Every action sends ripples across the galaxy. Every idea must touch another mind to live. Each emotion must mark another's spirit. We are all connected. Every living being united in a single glorious existence. Open yourself to the universe, Commander. Embrace eternity.
You two are married now. That's 2 Asari wives. We're pregnant now. Shepard, you do realize you've just been impregnated. That's how it works. Now, sorry, we're going to get interrupted before I can make my point here, aren't we?
I have given
Yeah,
you
we
the
are.
cipher.
I'll wait a second.
Just as it was given to Saren. The ancestral memories of the Protheans are part of you now.
What was that? Commander Shepard,
Right.
are you alright?
Remember back in like the first stream of that, we were doing the whole early game stuff, and when we rescued Tally just kind of tells us, "Hey, what are Reapers?" And she's like, "Oh, apparently Reapers were these ancient, intelligent AI machines that wiped out the Protheans 50,000 years ago." I think this should have been the point in the game where you find that information out. Otherwise, it's kind of nothing. I mean, it is important. We do need this to be able to comprehend Prothean like visions a bit easier. But I think it would have been a bit more impactful if maybe this was the point where Shepard goes, "My God, the Reapers that Saren's talking about, I know what they did now. They wiped out the Protheans 50,000 years ago." You know what I mean? I'm just saying. That's when I would have done it.
All I saw were more weird visions. It still didn't make sense.
You have been given a great gift. The experience of an entire people. It will take time for your mind to process this information.
We should get you back to the ship
Chihuahua.
where you can be monitored.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if you have suffered, but there was no other way.
So she does come back in future games?
In time, it will help you
In a
understand
way.
the vision from the beacon.
However, we're not going to let her get that far, are we? But first, we have some questions. I want to ask about this ship that Saren has, this Sovereign.
Tell me more about this ship Saren has.
Sovereign is alien. I do not know how it was built or where it comes from. Its design does not match that of any known spacefaring species. It dwarfs any vessel in the Citadel or Alliance fleets. Its weapons are devastating. Its defenses virtually impenetrable. With it, Saren believes he is unstoppable.
You said Saren uses it to manipulate his followers.
The indoctrination. There is an energy about Sovereign. You feel drawn to the ship. It makes Saren's arguments more persuasive, more compelling.
The Starforge!
Time in Sovereign's presence, and you will lose yourself. There is no other way to explain it.
I feel bad for saying this, but Male Shepherd just sounds like one of those old men pill commercials. I've said it. The voice acting for both male and female Shep in the first game is a little bit stilted. I don't know if it was just a case of like, here's a list of lines, just go down the list. What can you tell me about Saren? What can you tell me about the Reapers? You know. There's not that much variety given to any of the lines.
I want to know more about Benezia.
Benezia was greatly respected among our people.
I want to know more about these pills you're giving me, Doc.
Even for an Asari.
Are you saying they can cure all kinds of erectile dysfunction?
Religion. She
My
always
God,
paths
you've
of
saved my
peace
life,
and
Doc.
harmony. She joined with Saren because she hoped to turn him away from his path of destruction.
Well, when I'm not at my best, Pyrexidin has my back, every time. Jennifer Hale gives her lines a bit more huskiness. Yeah, no doubt. There's a reason I've always preferred femshep, and that is certainly most of it.
You were allied with Saren. For all I know, you still are. I can't just let you walk away.
Your suspicions are understandable, but you freed me from the Thorian and from Saren. I am on your side now.
You've got way too many straps on
You
your
allow
clothes.
it. I would like to stay here with the colonists.
What colonists?
And I played a role in their suffering.
Well, I played a bigger role in their suffering.
You change sides too often. I have no choice. You must die.
You must die.
So be it. If this is the fate you feel I deserve, then I will not resist.
Oh, alright. Well, now I feel bad. Also, that gunfire sound effect is awful. I don't know why they use that in the Legendary Edition.
Saved a few. It's more than most would have done. Anyway, thanks. We'll start again. Just not here.
We did it, team. We saved Feros. Time to go.
I hope Exogeny learned from this.
Oh, dear.
Any luck finding my workstation out in the ruins?
I thought I did
managed to
this
find
already.
the data and transfer it to your OSD.
Execution style.
That's very
Cold.
good news indeed. Thank you.
Just give me my credits and I'll be on my way.
You bet. Thanks for all your help, Commander.
Wait, that was gunfire? I thought an explosion happened somewhere in the building and distracted Shep. Yeah, it's gun. But the thing is, I don't remember that being the sound effect in the original version. I think that is the updated. I could be wrong. It could have always been that bad. But I feel like they just replaced one bad sound effect for another. It's just weird. Oh, one Asari wife. Oh, we're back to one. Yeah, yeah. So I'm curious, did anybody survive? I can't be fucked with the... I thought we did this already. There was one woman in, like, the medical clinic, and I'm wondering if she was involved in the fight at all. Well, she ain't here now, so I'm going to assume so. She's dead. Well, time to leave. By the way, I don't know if anyone's noticed at all, or it's had any real effect, but I did turn up the brightness a tad, because going back and reviewing a little bit of footage of last stream, especially in areas like this, it was like pretty hard to see what was happening. I was thinking. Well, like couldn't really tell what was happening in the environment, only characters. Fucking pop-ups. Alright. On to the ship. Let's leave this hellhole and never look back.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Commander, you look pale. Are you suffering any ill effects from the cipher?
My brain's been scrambled like an egg. How do you think I feel?
I might be able to help you. I am an expert.
His only emotion is anger.
If I join my consciousness to yours, maybe we can make some sense of it.
Alright, more brain sex.
Hurry, we don't have much time.
Now, are we going to learn anything from this?
Embrace eternity.
Because once again, we're going through the same cutscene for the third time in the game now. Again, another opportunity to, like, learn something that wasn't just exposited at us earlier.
That was incredible. All this time, all my research, yet I never dreamed. I am sorry. The images were so vivid. I never imagined the experience would be so intense. You are...
I like how everyone else is just watching. We basically just had brain sex. And Rex is just in the background.
Come on, get to the point. What did you see?
The beacon on Eden Prime must have been badly damaged. Large parts of the vision are missing. The data transferred into the commander's mind is incomplete.
So this was pointless.
Looks like we're back where we started.
Quite the opposite, Commander. I think my knowledge of the Protheans will prove useful before this is over. I was able to interpret the data relayed through your vision. What was there, at least.
Rex
But
just on his Game
something was
Boy.
missing. Saren must have the missing information. Maybe he found another beacon. If we can find the missing data from your vision, I can... I'm sorry. The joining is exhausting. I should go to the medical bay and lie down for a moment.
We're done here. Dismissed.
I've sent off the Pharos report, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Yeah.
Patch him through, Joker.
Just so I can
Setting
hang up
the
on them
link
again.
now, Commander.
Commander, is this some kind of game? Are you calling in a report just so you can cut us off again?
You know it.
That never gets old, does it?
Fucking hell. I've never done that specific line before.
Computer, give me a real-time connection to the Dreadnought Kilimanjaro. I want to speak to my mother, XO Shepard.
Shepard speak? Oh, hi. I don't have time for a personal call right now. I'm on duty.
Hey, Mom.
Forget it. I'm busy too. Do you remember Lieutenant Zabaleta from the Einstein?
Ernesto?
They fucking called you out, yeah.
He was one of the Marines who guarded the CIC. We shared a watch. I lost track of him after there was an incident.
I don't know when this was, but a while back, last time we were on the Citadel, we bumped into an old crewmate of our parents. Back when we were a kid, on we travelled around in space with our parents when they were on duty. That was our character origin. He's a bit of an alcoholic now, or whatever, so we're just checking in.
He's a bum on the Citadel. He said he knew you and
What
hit
he
me up
said.
for money.
I'm sorry. You remember the Batarian raid on Mindwar in 2170? You were in high school. The Einstein's task group responded to the Mayday. The Batarians were still pulling out when the Marines hit groundside. Zabaleta was one of the first down. He was never quite the same after.
Oh, there we go. I was trying to think who I might know this voice from, but it's just a common one in the game.
I don't understand. What happened down there?
About every abomination that a sentient being can do to another. To a slaver, a person is just another animal. And humans aren't always liked out here. We heard about corralling, culling. They'd shoot those they couldn't use, implant control devices in the skulls of those they could, without anesthetic.
He snapped after seeing what happened down there.
He tried to keep working, but it rode him. He showed up drunk on duty more and more. We couldn't always cover for him. The Alliance discharged him. Everyone knew he drank because of what he'd seen down there, even if he never talked about it. Especially because he never talked about it.
For it to have affected him that deeply, he must have been a very sensitive
He
man.
was. Always in laughter and tears.
Googled Batarian. They look like what everyone looks like when I'm
We still worry about
when
him.
I'm tired. Oh.
Tell him to go to the Veterans Affairs office. I have to go. But take care of yourself. You're making us proud. Kilimanjaro out.
Oh, farewell. Sorry, I was kind of low-key hoping that Hannah Shepard, even if she is just kind of a small role in the series, was going to be voiced by someone cool.
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority
The
clearance.
same way that Lance Henriksen does the Admiral.
I'll take it in the comm room.
Oh, okay, here we go. And then we are not going to be doing this mission for a while yet. But at least we're getting the option for Vermeer.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
You didn't seem that interested in helping me before. Why now?
The Council agreed that Saren was dangerous, Commander. That was why we made you a Spectre. We only balked at unleashing the full force of the Citadel fleet against him.
Nobody on the Council wants to see you fail, so we contacted you with this latest information.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
I'm listening.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
I don't like being kept in the dark.
We can't have you racing around the galaxy chasing false leads, Commander. We only contacted you because we feel this may be significant.
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become a... Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised.
Vermeer. But as always, like I've said, I kind of have a set way of how I play this game, and that's always the third mission I do. Well, fourth, I guess, including the Liara one. It's get Liara, then Feros, then Naviria, then Vermeer. Patch it through to my ready room. Number 1. Who is our number 1? Rex. No. Oh yeah, it's Presley, isn't it? Oh, that sucks. Right, what the fuck are we doing now? Like I say, I don't necessarily want to go straight into the next mission. Do we have time? I've only got an hour. Only got an hour. Oh, 1 second. Garrus is the Riker of the gang. Oh yeah, absolutely. Strictly speaking, he can't be, like, the actual number 1 on the ship because, like, you know, he's not Alliance. I think this guy is.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
This is bigger than humanity. Saren's a threat to every species in the galaxy, and I'll welcome anyone who wants to help me bring him down.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
Right.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if this is like... We'll have to see if this becomes a consistent change, or if this is just like the random shotgun blasting of writing. But I like that the Renegade option there wasn't to be like, yeah, I agree, aliens suck. It was to be like, you know, the Renegade option is, I don't care, you know, what color their blood is, as long as they help me take down Saren. Which is good. Because, as I said a couple times, I don't like that sometimes the Renegade option is just be a racist. Because it doesn't really fit the Shepard character after a while. To start with, early game, yeah, makes sense. But now that we're kind of like hanging out with all these aliens, you know, we've got Garrus, we've got Rex, as we're getting a bit closer to them all, any kind of uncertainty about them should have been gone, or should start to go away. Will we talk to Liara? Yeah, fuck it. We fought zombies together, after all. How you doing?
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you.
Oh.
And making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans.
Okay, we'll have to go a little bit easy on her this time.
Your species when we first met, Shepard.
We were being quite mean last time.
It's hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
We don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage.
Bonk.
You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
Why me?
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you.
I'll get the sip
The
spray.
best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what you did on Thorfinn. I cannot even imagine how horrible that must have been, but you did what had to be done.
Now you're digging into my past? Invading my privacy?
I am sorry. I know it was wrong, but
no.
After our last conversation, I was too embarrassed to approach you directly. I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you, to understand what made you into the man you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
You're interested in me because of my visions. You just want to know more about the Protheans.
I admit, your connection to the Protheans
it's coming on a bit
had
strong.
something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You
very straightforward, like you say.
I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Williams.
Ashley Williams? The only relationship between me and her is like mutual disdain.
Williams and I are just friends.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
Then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard?
Friends with
Is there a
Prothean
mutual
benefits.
attraction, or was I wrong about that too?
What's the harm?
No, you were right. There is something between us.
I knew it, and I knew you felt it too. But does this not seem rather strange? Why do I feel so close to you?
Because we're standing like a foot and a half apart.
We are from two different species. We have almost nothing in common. This makes no sense.
Saren wants both of us dead. That's something.
Romantic.
That is not the most romantic reason, is it? You make it all sound so...
Also, we've already had brain sex, like twice. That's true. One of those times, like an hour after me having it with another Asari. So, you know, sloppy seconds. Brain seconds.
A little danger makes things exciting.
This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. I need some time.
Hey, you started it.
I wasn't the one who brought this up.
I know. I'm sorry. But I did not think it would get so... Please, let's just talk about something else.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
God. We're insufferable. Oh no, this is where the moral-destroying sex scenes Fox News were angry about come from. Yeah. True. Go away, Caden. Have I even been in here before? This is my bedroom. Do you like it? Do you like my... That's not even a double bed. That's just two beds slapped together. That's the worst. And the decor's shite. I forgot Fox got mad at this game. When is Fox not mad at anything good? These are the pods that that my wife and Sean got put into before they got shot by Kellogg, you know? We moved on very quickly after I found a blue alien lady. Speaking of moving on very quickly, well, we go speak to Ashley as well. Well, we play the field a little bit. I say head back to the Citadel and check for side quests and maybe buy new armor and weapons. Buy new weapons? Never. To be honest, the only weapons I ever actually buy are the highest tier Spectre ones when they become available. Other than that, I just make do with what we find. The armors that might be worth buying are things like Quarian armor or like Thorian and, you know, the alien armors, because they're a bit rarer. It's worth having a look.
Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
We lost a lot of the colonies.
Margaret!
I don't see how we could have done more, but I still feel bad about it. I mean, we are out here to protect them.
Ah, fuck it.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
We lost a lot.
You said that already.
I mean, we are out here to protect them.
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
I'm off duty until tomorrow. I was gonna have a small drink. Bit of a celebration. If you're interested.
What's the occasion?
It's Armistice Day, when the first contact war ended. My family always marks it. Since I'm the only Williams aboard, I thought I'd ask you.
Sorry. Every time someone has shown an interest in me the way Liara shows an interest in Shepard, they turn out to be to be a Kai Leng. That's why I want a Jack in my life. Understandable. Can I share a theory with you guys? It's all conjecture on my part, but I reckon GTA 6 has been delayed again, so they can make big rewrites to the story as to not offend MAGA customers. Maybe. But other than pure conjecture, I mean, you said so yourself. No reason to believe that. Or to think it could happen, but we'll have to find out. They've never given a fuck about offending people before, so you'd like to think they still wouldn't. Gonna head off, might watch what I missed later. Adios. Not a problem. See you later, Mr. Lasagna. So there's this video. So, quote, there's this video game that your kids are playing on their Nintendos. It's about having sex with alien women and shooting people. It's an outrage. Old man face, old man face, old man face.
Seems like an odd thing to celebrate. That was 26 years ago.
In our family, it's not really a celebration, more like an obligation. Don't tell me you don't know about my family. My commanders always find out. It's not in my files or something?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm General Williams' granddaughter, the commander of the Shanxi garrison in the war. The only human ever to surrender to an alien race.
I see. Shepard has no idea what she's talking about. He was really bad in history class.
You're blacklisted because of your grandfather's cowardice.
Cowardice. That's what the Terra Firma party calls it. I'm not gonna let our name go down with Arnold and Quisling. Granddad deserved better than that.
As I recall, your grandfather held out for a long time.
The Turians wrecked the orbitals in the first wave and occupied the major cities. They sat in orbit, dropping rocks on anything that moved. Granddad dispersed the troops, but when they went into the cities for supplies, the Turians would wreck a block to eliminate one fire team. Civilians were dying, his troops were starving, and he couldn't contact Alliance High Command. So he surrendered the garrison.
And that's why you're racist.
Is this why you're always going on about the Council?
If everyone else can look at Shanxi and say, this is why humanity needs to be stronger, then so can I. I'm entitled. So now you know. Gonna kick me off the ship, Skipper?
You're valuable. You're still a gun. Let's be nice.
You're a valuable part of my crew, Williams. If I want an opinion from the head, I go to Alenko. When I want one from the heart, I go to you.
All lies.
I also play a mean game of pool. But anyway, I've got things to do before we land. I'm sure you do too.
Do you have a few minutes?
I should get back to my duty, Skipper. Rifles don't mean... Sir.
Okie dokie. So yeah, the first contact war was basically, well, as the name suggests, when humanity first encountered another alien species, and it was the Thorians. We were messing around with one of those mass relays, which is against galactic law. We didn't know. So a couple of Thorian frigates intercepted us. Had a little firefight, and then there was a short, I don't know, was it like weeks, months, maybe, siege on a human colony before the Alliance fleet proper showed up.
Commander, good to see you.
Before things escalated, the Asari were like, whoa, what's going on? What the hell's happening over there?
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Thorian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
I just watch AI-generated Facebook reels for my news. The scarier the music they use, the more true it all is. Don't watch the news.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
Almost.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the site.
Yeah, that.
I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs. Had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Thorian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Thorian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Salarian hearts, no Thorian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
So, HD, you raise an interesting point I want to address. I always pipe up and say how much I hate a focus on lore these days. But I should ask, what is the appeal of lore? I like backstory and context, but I see people get more lost in that than stories. Well, I'm not actually going to answer your question directly, because I don't really know how to answer it, but because you brought it up when I'm talking about the First Contact War there, I should sort of say that's an example of, like, backstory and lore that I think has a purpose more than just being lore for lore's sake, because obviously it plays into Ashley Williams' character. Just to know the little fact of, you know, there was this war between the humans and the Thorians. My granddad kind of has gone down in history as, like, you know, kind of a humiliation on our family, and that's why I'm the way I am. It also affects, you know, the entire main plot, why Thorians and humans in particular, in this game, have got such, like, tension between them. Saren, obviously, and Captain Anderson, both being kind of around the age that this war would have once happened. You know, that sort of thing. But obviously, you don't need to get too into the weeds of, like, a lot of people sort of say, like, what would you want to do for another Mass Effect game? And they say, like, we should set it during the First Contact War. But I'm like, do we really need to? First of all, as Lily posted there from the wiki, it was a 3-month low-intensity conflict on, like, one planet. It's in fact so insignificant that while humans call it the First Contact War, it is known to the rest of the galaxy as the Really 314 incident. It's so, you know, insignificant in the grand scheme of things. You know, it's just nice to know it's world building, as ultimately. You know what? What's the difference between lore and world building? I'm not going to answer that, but I'm just going to just put out there and say, you know, when you get a little too into the weeds on lore, and, like, that's, you know, more lore than story, it becomes a problem. I'm in it for the story, can't do with too much unwanted fuss. Books, on the other hand, are different. What, like... Yeah, if you're reading a book, you're fine with just getting, like, all the backstory and shit. You want to read a Tolkien book and get 13 pages of the story of a mountain. Trees.
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
That's like making a Star Wars story about the Kessel Run or some fucking stupid shit in it. Yeah, imagine doing that. Why is Han Solo called Han Solo? We gotta make an entire movie about this.
Good thinking. Lackeys are always easier to scare.
Exactly.
What if trees were people?
Paid off in a different way.
Clara!
One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in there.
This is going to lead to a side quest, by the way, so
only on the inside.
That's why we're talking to this.
Nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. It just used them to make more organs, but they wouldn't listen.
No wonder you hated it there. Those idiots just let him fly away.
Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
A few casualties is a small price to pay to stop someone like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, those hostages might be wishing they did. Anyway, just wish
We're just feeding into his worst impulses.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers.
We're just like, yeah, you're right, Garrus. Fuck them hostages.
Thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart. His idea of a joke, I guess. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
Let's go do that right now.
But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find it.
Fuck it. There we go. That's what we're going to do now. I wasn't sure what quest we were going to do next. Garrus' side mission in Mass Effect 2 feels like an expanded version of this game's Garrus mission. Well, it's the continuation of his character arc, isn't it? It's the good cop, bad cop, what is it? Batman versus the Punisher kind of, what route does he go? He's a cop working outside the law, but does he still have his own, like, code of honor? Does he still do the whole, this is the weapon of the enemy, we do not use this, cracks gun in half. Well, he still uses guns. He shoots a lot of people. Oh, fuck, we've done it again. This is why I need an in-map journal. The Herschel system in the Kepler Verge. Let's have a look. Oh, it's right over here. What do you know? Stay tuned for the next Star Wars movie that explains how the exact shade of green paint was made and mixed for Boba Fett's armor and then given to him. Oh, I can't wait. Hell, speaking of Star Wars, has anybody... I don't know, there's been two things. There's been, on one hand, Andor. No spoilers, but has anyone seen the last 3 episodes of that? The latest 3 episodes of that? Fucking great. And then also, on the other hand, there's the new Tales of the Jedi, except now it's not about Jedi. Tales of the Underworld. And we get to see the origin story of Cad Bane. Woo! And a completely pointless adventure involving Asajj Ventress. Woo! We get to find out that one time Asajj Ventress gets a Jedi apprentice who's just Ezra Bridger from Rebels again. Yeah. It's not great. It's not great. Like, I love the idea of doing these, like, side story shorts, but they just kinda do nothing with them. It's been Rex. Yeah, Rex can eat him. Garrus is meant to be the mirror of your shepherd, I guess. How you imprint on him. Will you make him an honorable warrior or a psycho? Or bang him? Yeah. Like, that's why I'm really paying attention to how the shepherd-Garrus kind of relationship plays out. If we play as somebody who is everything that Garrus wants to be from the get-go. Because Garrus wants to be the kind of a Spectre, somebody who is above the law and can just do whatever needs to be done to catch the bad guy. You know what I mean? Which is what we are. And so he is just like vicariously living out his life through us. But if you play as, you know, a not psycho shepherd, if you play Paragon like I usually do, I think it works pretty well. And you kind of... you're able to temper it. And sort of be like, no, maybe don't kill the hostages while trying to catch the bad guy. I thought we were done with the zombies this stream. Apparently not. You all here? Oh, actually. What does this actually... It's... Oh, electronics. That's what we bloody need. And you... just whatever. Shotguns? Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for saving me from those things.
Commander, that's him. That's Dr. Saleon.
What? My name is Hart. Dr. Hart. Please, get me out of here.
Why is he the single ugliest Salarian in the series?
Are you sure it's him?
Positive. There's no escape this time, Doctor. I'd harvest your organs first, but we don't have the time.
You're crazy. He's crazy. Please, don't let him do this to me.
Do it.
Put him out of his misery so we can get going.
Gladly. Your days of butchering are over, Doctor.
No! Please! Please!
Take the shot, Garrus! Take the shot! Rex, stay back. Garrus gets this. Go on, get him. Get him. I want you to use your sniper in point blank range. Go on, get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him.
That was satisfying.
Good. Remember that feeling. That's how it should be.
I will, Commander. Well, I guess we're done here.
Saleon's medical equipment is stained with the blood of many species, pale blue, violet, orange, and more than a few dark red, but his work here has ended. Time to head back to the Normandy. Yay, murder. Well, that was fun. Ooh, what did we get? What did we get? Do we have any armor for you guys, come to think of it? Garrus. Are you light armor at the moment? Fucking hell. Oh! Oh, there he is! There's the boy. Oh, but that's better. Oh. But that's funnier. But that's better. Fuck. We're turning Garrus into a killing machine. We are. Rex cosplaying as Ashley. Gotta get the whole team cosplaying as Ashley. And then see her reaction. Bring some justice to Space Mengele. Yeah. Pretty much. Oh, what time is it? Ah, we're fine. I do need to go. It's the usual. Gotta pick up uni. So we've got about half an hour remaining. Or 25 minutes. 35 minutes remaining. Back to the ship. Stay tuned for the movie of how Bim Bum Fuck was chosen to be the tailor's apprentice that cut the numbered thread that was sewn into Cad Bane's hat, and then he stole it from some guy he killed. Star Wars, another pointless story, only on Disney Plus. Yeah, wonderful. Let's get out of here. Fuck it. Let's head back to the Citadel. I'm sure stuff's happened since we left. Two hours zips by with Mass Effect, eh? I'd stay for a whole evening if it were on the cards. I mean, it's becoming a bit of a nuisance. Mondays always seem to be a half-8 finish for uni. And there's no bus, so I have to pick her up. Which means this, Mass Effect streams are always having to be 2 hours and no more. I was gonna ask, can you have a relationship with Garrus as male ship? Is there, like, dialogue for that? Like, how do Thorians view homosexuality? I think Garrus has always been a male-only run, the same way that Tali has always been... Sorry. Garrus has always been a female-only romance, the way Tali has always been male-only. Liara is bi. Understandably, their species don't really have a concept of gender to begin with. Rex is unfortunately pan. No, he's just not an option. I don't know, it's various. There's a whole mishmash of characters.
With exterior atmosphere.
Kaden starts as a hetero-only option, and then in the third game becomes a gay option. What do you know?
Exogeny officials have announced that their research colony on Feros is being shut down.
Oh no.
Difficult living conditions combined with poor yield of viable discoveries made it economically unfeasible to keep the colony going.
Yes, that's what happened.
Exogeny stock rose sharply with the announcement, with investors pleased at this surprising news.
Oh, well, at least we helped stonks go up, I suppose. All it cost was the lives of 17 colonists. At least. What we got for sale, buddy?
Hello, Commander.
Hello.
Show me what you've got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander.
No, do we really want to buy this? Because these are very, very expensive, but also they have tiers. As you can see here, it's not really easy to say. The HMWSR 7. I think it goes up to... Is it 9 or 10? I think it could go up to 10 on New Game Plus, but 9 is the maximum on a single playthrough. But they always cost the same, more or less. But these are the best weapons in the game, basically. But the best thing you could probably do is wait for you to be high enough level and then just buy the one at the highest tier. Rather than constantly buying one and then having to replace it a few levels later. At least that's what I do.
Reporter Kalisa Al-Jilani recently attempted to land an interview with Commander Shepard, the first human Spectre. When pressed on the issues, however, Commander Shepard reportedly lost control and assaulted the reporter.
Reportedly? You've no
We'll have
proof.
Exclusive footage later today.
Where did the Morrowind server go? I'm streaming. I closed it. You want me to be running a server while streaming?
Excuse me, Commander Shepard.
Okay, I've been
Could you
ignoring
spare a
you.
moment of... Commander Shepard, my name is Samesh Bhatia. Forgive the intrusion, but I have nowhere else to turn.
A lot of people want my help these days. What makes you special?
My wife was a Marine. She was in the 212 on Eden.
Why are you so rude?
Requested that my wife's body be returned to me for cremation, but the military has refused my request.
Why did they refuse your request? There's got to be some reason.
I don't know. All I know is that they have declared it impossible for my wife to be returned to me.
We'll look into it.
The man in charge of my case is Mr. Bosker. When I last saw him, he was in the expensive bar over there. Thank you for your time.
I just want to be clear. He pointed in that direction. There is no bar over there. It's over here. That's so picky, but whatever. Can you fuck the Murdoch people? I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I'm going to say no.
My goodness, you're Commander Shepard. Your activities made for quite a briefing in the diplomatic corps. Is there something I can do to assist you?
Stop stealing corpses! Stop it!
You can cut the red tape for a grieving husband. I want you to release the body of Nerali Bhatia.
Commander, nothing would make me happier. I'm afraid, though, that it's not quite that simple. Serviceman Nerali Bhatia died on Eden Prime, as Mr. Bhatia no doubt told you. Her wounds are inconsistent with any type of weapon damage we've seen before. That is why her body is being held.
I don't care how badly the Geth mangled the body. It's the husband's right to claim her.
We are not holding Nerali Bhatia's body out of discretion. We are, frankly, holding the body for research. The tests we're conducting may lead to better defenses against Geth attacks. Respectfully, Serviceman Bhatia may save more lives in death than she did in life.
You know who and what I am. If I want Nerali Bhatia, I can get her.
Eat him!
I don't think threats are necessary.
Eat him!
Even if the body were here on the Citadel, would you really risk going in shooting to get it?
You said you'd been briefed on me. How far do you think I'm willing to go on this?
I'm fucking mental!
You win. It was hard enough refusing Mr. Bhatia. I'm not going to risk an incident by refusing.
God.
Tell Samesh that the body is being shipped back to Earth. I'll go now to see to it myself.
I love that Shepard is like one of the only people who can actually get away with saying, you know, I've killed people for less. Lots of people. I shot my way through an entire colony earlier today because I was too lazy to install a gas modification into my grenades. Pure goddamn laziness. Sloth. That's one of the 7 deadly sins, you know. The lizards, the big eyes. There are no romanceable Solarians in the series. Unless Andromeda lets you. I don't actually know. And it's a goddamn shame, because Morden is excellent. There should be a romanceable Elcar. Yeah, well, there ain't. Oh, sorry, I was supposed to, like, hand that quest in. I was too... I was too distracted by my very angry shepherd. You could have purely pistol whipped them all. They'd be fine. No. Look, Phil, I don't know if you were there at that point. It wasn't a matter of whether or not I could save the colonists. I just didn't want to.
Hello again, Commander. Has there been any word?
Your wife is coming home, Mr. Bhatia.
Thank you. I will return home and begin my preparations.
No romanceable Solarians in Andromeda, from what I can remember. I know there's... I think the pilot? No, is it the pilot or like the navigator or something is a Solarian in Andromeda? I didn't know if there was any kind of secret romance option for him, but... Where I'm trying to go. I just want to go back to my ship. Actually, no, let's go to the club. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Is Veilguard better than Andromeda? Oh. Interesting question. Now, I would say yes pretty easily, if not for the fact that I really just did not get on with Andromeda's gameplay. But that might just be me, because plenty other people say it's like, oh, it's the best of the series. They actually really improved the gameplay, blah, blah, blah. I hated it. And Andromeda's gameplay was fine. Like, that wasn't really where my complaints were in that game. It was more just like everything else. I'm tentatively saying yes. Veilguard was better. Is he still here? He's...
Thanks.
He's not dead yet!
I've been waiting for you to get back.
Alright, so, we have been bullying this man every time we see him, and apparently he is supposed to fucking kill... No, he's supposed to go and get himself killed, trying to prove that he could be a Spectre too. But he hasn't killed himself yet. I thought I hit the trigger.
I've got an idea, and I wanted to run it by you.
Right, this time, we're gonna go easy on it.
I've got a lot going on right now, but I can spare a moment.
Great. This'll just take a minute. With so many human colonies being attacked, I'm not sure that one Spectre is enough. What if you signed me on as another Spectre?
Conrad, I haven't been shot in the head nearly enough times to make that seem like a good idea.
Joke if you want, but there were people who didn't believe in you. And you worked out, right? I read about what you did on Torfin. I'm not afraid to do whatever it takes to get the job done.
Conrad, you have no idea what it takes to get the job done.
What? No, please. Please don't hurt me. Why are you doing this?
Because you're not a soldier, Conrad. You can't handle this. Go home.
I thought you were a hero. Heroes don't do things like this. I wish I'd never met you.
We made Conrad cry. I've never done that before. But we may have saved his life. Hopefully. Because I actually hope he does live. Because I like it when he shows up in the future games. I thought you were a hero. Ah, that's great. Well, I'm glad we came to the Citadel, aren't you guys? Don't look at me like that. Right. Everyone hated that. I loved it. Come on. Conrad looks like someone who sprays his armpits with aftershave. What a very specific thing.
Celebrations are being planned for the anniversary of the end of the Rachni Wars. Many Council worlds, particularly Asari and Solarian colonies, will hold victory parades to commemorate the defeat of the invading Rachni. In a rare admission of debt, several Asari colonies have invited Krogans to be honored for the victories the uplifted Krogans.
How about that? You two are becoming friends. You hear that, guys? Stop making sexy moves as your idle animation. You're a goddamn archaeologist, not a stripper. Stop it. Beard is spot on. Yeah. I didn't even say he was wrong. It's just it's very specific and very accurate. Conrad is the kind of guy who... No, I'm not starting that again. No, you're not.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Conrad has never mentally matured past the age of 10. Look, I'm just saying I like it when he shows up in the next game, in Commander Shepard cosplay,
stands relieved.
pretending to be us. That is not a joke. Right, we've got like 25 minutes or so. What could we do in that time? I don't want to just faff around. I'd like to actually make some progress. I think we're just going to bite the bullet and start this DLC mission. We probably won't, we definitely won't finish it, but we'll start it and we'll finish it next time. Oh, Terra Nova. Terra Nova was one of the first, one of the Class 1 colonization prospects discovered by the first wave of Alliance surveys in 2150. It was the second human extrasolar colony and the first beyond the Charon mass relay. It currently has the highest population of any Alliance colony of 4.4 million people. So, really big, really important human colony. However, X-52 is a metallic asteroid, originally located at the trailing Lagrange point of the gas giant Bohr. With the increased development of Terra Nova, a new orbital port facility was necessary due to the shortage of funding. It was decided to mine out X-57, using the recovered resources to finish out the interior for habitation. The asteroid was decelerated from Bohr's orbit using fusion torches, allowing it to fall into the orbit. Oh, there we go, that's the important part. Yeah, it's allowing it to fall into the orbit of Terra Nova, safely. Recently, communications with the engineering team have been lost and the fusion torches have reignited, and the asteroid is accelerating towards Terra Nova. Well, that sounds like a problem. Right, who are we bringing? No, I think we need some tech. We need some tech on the team. Do I lean too much onto biotics? Maybe so, but I'm going to keep doing so. Because it hasn't failed me so far.
Status. Sensors reveal 3 fusion torches propelling asteroid X-57. At its current rate of acceleration, the asteroid will collide with Terra Nova in approximately 4 hours.
Uh-oh.
Analysis. Torches must be disabled to cease the acceleration.
Hello. I heard your transmission. Can you hear me? You haven't found me yet, but I can't talk long. Shut down the fusion torches. I'm going to die. God, I hope you're hearing this.
Mass Effect Andromeda, but you play as Conrad. Oh, I wish! That would have fixed everything. Not to call back the curtain on private lives, but we feeling a call after stream? Yeah, sure, absolutely. If I ever stop calling or playing video games, I start to feel depressed. So I definitely... Not usually, I've just had a bad week. Just to be clear on those...
I don't know who you are, but I'm...
On some who are not aware of my private life. Weird to think Bring Down the Sky was a taste of the DLC future when it came out. Not exactly sure what you mean by, like, a taste of the future. I mean, when would this have come out? And how does it compare to, like, other DLC at the time? Like, when it comes to DLC expansions, the first that comes to mind for me is the Morrowind expansions. I say, just having been playing a lot of Morrowind recently, but no, like, in terms of, like, big expansion packs that add, like, area content and mission content. I mean, obviously there's going to be ones before that point, but that's my first exposure. Way back in, bloody 2004 or 5, or whatever that was. Unless you mean just like it's a first taste of the Mass Effect DLC. In which case, yeah, obviously. I have still never to this day played the other DLC, which did not get released in this in the Legendary Edition, because they apparently lost the source code for it. What was it even called? I'm drawing a blank now. It sounded shite either way, so yeah. As in, it gave BioWare and EA a taste of big DLC revenue, which led to shit like Yavik being Day 1 DLC when he should have been there from the... Oh, God. Yeah. The way some of the DLC was divvied out in games 2 and 3 was not good. Cutting characters. Making companions DLC was a big mistake.
Batarians.
Check! Check!
I think not just because it made... Not just for the obvious, the fact that they're DLC and people have to pay for them. Because in my case, by the time I hopped on the Mass Effect train, all DLC was included anyway. So it never felt like I was missing out. But they always still felt like DLC. Like, Kasumi and Zaid are the two DLC companions in Mass Effect 2, and they're the only companions who don't have like dialogue cutscenes, like proper dialogue cutscenes on the ship. You can go up to them and you can interact with them like they're like any other NPC on the Citadel, but they're not conversations, you know what I mean? I think they have noticeably less banter with other companions, all that sort of shit. And I think this all stems from the fact that at some point during development they were singled out to be cut for DLC. So they kind of half-arsed them. Which I think is a damn shame. Because there's no real reason for them to be cut. Or like, they don't... They fit perfectly fine within, like, the whole roster. And I just feel like it did them a real disservice. Also, it carried over into Mass Effect 3 as well. Like, if you were here for the original streams, or if you played it yourself, do you remember, like, how Zaid's storyline ends? I mean, we laughed about it. The fact that while all that was happening at the end of the series, he was apparently on a beach sipping a margarita. You know? Rather than being full-fledged characters, or even companions, they were mostly just relegated to, like, not even side quests, just sort of side, chores? The same way that, like, you have little moments of talking, like the Conrad moment there. Like, it's not really a side quest talking to him on the Citadel. He's just kind of there. Yeah. And it's a shame, because, at the very least, Kasumi's, like, actual main quest, which the DLC gave, is one of the best in the game, in my opinion. The heist mission. But besides that, everything else is a bit meh. Oh, fuck this. I can't just hate this minigame so much. Disable the torch. There we are. Oh, just do it.
I'm reading that the torch is offline. Was that you? Can you hear me?
Lost Media DLC. Pinnacle Station. There we are. Thank you.
Who are you? What's going on?
My name's Kate Bowman. I'm an engineer. I was part of the team assigned to bring this asteroid to Terra Nova. We were attacked yesterday by Batarian extremists. I've been hiding since they arrived.
Batarians.
I think they know the torch went out.
Also, this DLC is the only time we see Batarians in the first game. They get mentioned, but we never get to see them until this.
Why are they doing this?
I don't know, but if this asteroid isn't slowed, millions of people on Terra Nova are going to die. If I find out anything, I've gotta go. Good luck.
What was it? Oh, that was what it was. Sorry, I was reading your comment there. Half the time, lost the source code means the bloke they thought had it didn't. Did you hear the story just from a week or so ago that apparently somebody from the old Interplay Black Isle teams found the original source code for Fallout 1? And was it Fallout 1? Fallout 2 or both? I don't actually remember. One or both of them. They thought they lost it years ago? Apparently not. So that's cool. I don't know what this means. Maybe we'll... Rebecca Heinman. Yeah, rings a bell.
Oh god. I didn't mean to... Are you hurt?
You can't go firing your weapon at everything that moves. What the hell's wrong with you?
Sorry.
Punch him!
I thought you were one of them.
Here's a tip. 2 eyes, human. 4 eyes, Batarian.
Yeah, okay. I'll remember that.
Keep yelling at him.
I know you're scared, but I'm here to help. Commander Shepard, with the Alliance.
Simon Atwell. I'm the chief engineer on this rock. Listen, we don't have much time. The Batarians fired up the fusion torches. You've got to shut them down before we hit Terra Nova. There are 4 million people down there, Shepard. My family, they live in Aronis. My kids and grandkids. Nice communities, good schools.
I don't have time to do the math in my head. What happens if we don't stop this rock?
X-57 is 22 kilometers long, twice the size of the asteroid that wiped out the Earth's dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs mentioned.
Like millions of fusion bombs striking at once. Millions. The heat
is that a dinosaur reference?
1,000 kilometers away, clothes will ignite. There'll be global wildfires. Air shock will flatten everything for hundreds of kilometers. Terra Nova will die, Shepard. Not just our colony, the planet. There'll be a climate shift, mass extinctions.
All right.
The system won't recover for thousands of years. Millions, maybe.
I guess Batarians are as bad as they say.
I've heard all the stories. Slave rings ranching people like animals. Pirate bands burning colonies to the ground. But this is... The Citadel conventions forbid asteroid drops. I never thought the Batarians would go this far.
The conventions only apply to Council-aligned races. The Batarian government is a rogue state.
The Batarians aren't stupid. If they made a policy of this, the Council will declare war on them. My opinion? These guys aren't backed by their government. They've got to be working on their own.
If the Batarians can't keep their own crazies in line, we'll do it for them.
I just don't want the Terra Firma Party using a threat to my home as an excuse to invade somebody else's.
Batarians everywhere, and I need to shut down all 3 torches. Anything else I should know?
One of the torches is surrounded.
Don't worry, I'm just role-playing as a racist.
We were set up to excavate when we arrived at Terra Nova.
As a
rigged them with proximity detectors. That tank of yours will set them off, so you'll have to go in on foot. Even then, they'll explode.
Batarians kind of suck.
Just go slow and easy. You should be fine.
Not all, but you know, anytime we see any kind of proper organization of them, they kind of suck. Let's go.
Time's running short.
One last thing. I had a crew working off-site when the attack hit. I'm worried about them. These Batarians are ruthless.
Also,
I saw them smash the faceplates
not romanceable.
Vacuum. And those Varans,
not a single romanceable Batarian.
Corpse before feeding.
Any idea where I can find?
They were running checks on our... Easiest thing would be to tap into the transmission tower out on the surface. The equipment station.
4.5 million people are gonna die in a few hours. Don't make me trot out some tired platitude about the needs of many versus few.
But if you see them while...
No. Star Trek reference?
You're right. Focus on the torches. Sorry. There were a bunch of engineers over at the main facility, but they're probably all dead. That or being held hostage by the Batarians.
A woman named Kate Bowman contacted me. The Batarians haven't found her yet.
Katie's alive. She's one of my best engineers. She signed on with her brother,
Aaron. Time's running short. I'm gonna go punch this mountain into space.
I think I'll make myself scarce in case any Batarians come back. Good luck, Shepard.
What do you mean? He likes punching people. He's always thinking about punching things. He's like Chris Redfield in Resi 5. Gonna try punching this asteroid back into space. Righty. Oh, we're talking about RoboCop. Somewhere. At some point. Maybe just like a RoboCop, then again, it doesn't take much for you to think of RoboCop. Watched the first film recently, never saw it before, kinda loved it. RoboCop was a movie that only got better with age. I need to give it a watch at some point. I watched it a long time ago, but it's one of those watches where it's like, I might as well have just never seen it before. It's that just lost in the mists of time. John boxing. Shepard's the kind of guy who likes to punch asteroids. Yeah. As a treat. Just to see if he can. I mean, what guy doesn't? This is the honest truth. Ladies out there, you don't get it. Every guy is at least one time tried to do something completely infeasible. Like, not necessarily punch an asteroid, but you know what I mean. We've all been to the zoo, seen the gorillas, and had the thought, I could punch it. I could take a gorilla. Not like that. Men are stupid. That's basically what I'm getting at. And on that note, I'm really going to have to leave. What can we do? 5 minutes. I wouldn't need the other 99 blokes with me. No. Let me solo him. It makes sense Rebecca would have some source code, as she was a founder of Interplay and did mention working on the Mac port of Fallout 2. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Just having it on a hard drive somewhere, bloody... I don't have time for this. Alright, so that lets us find where all the missing engineers are, and probably call it there. Yeah, fuck it. No, not return to the Normandy. If we return to the Normandy, does the planet just die? I don't actually know. Like, did we just fail the quest? Thanks for stream. You are welcome. Yeah, cheers for hanging out with me. I'm going to see if I can launch this thing into space just for the banter. Oh, come on. Lift. Oh, it's taken off. Give it more lift, Captain. More. Shit. We're all out. We're all out. How strong is your biotics, Liara? Your lift can only, wait, is it throw? Oh, throw is newtons. Force of 600 newtons, 700, 750, 900. Lift doesn't dictate, weights or anything. That's a bummer. Anyway. You want to find out if it hits the planet? Yeah, fuck it. We got a couple minutes. What we'll do is, if need be, we'll have a quick run somewhere else in the galaxy just to see what happens. Goodbye. We'll just go. We'll go here. Just to another system. Can we bother doing the whole animation of landing on the Citadel? You know what? Okay, if you'll forgive just an extra, like, 30 seconds of your life. We're just gonna give it a proper scientific test, right? Anything short of, like, doing a full other mission. Like, we'll go do the entire Noveria section of the game. For science! Yeah. I will put the server back up. Agonizingly slow as the clock is ticking on this planet. What server is this? Morrowind multiplayer. I mean, I would be surprised if the game has no consequences at all. But I mean, maybe we need to, like, do another whole mission. Like, that's how Mass Effect 2 does some of its timed moments, you know? It's like when the thing happens and you have a time limit to rescue the people. If you do, like, more than 2 missions, or is it more than 1 mission before initiating the rescue, they die. But, hey ho, still here. Turns out there was no urgency whatsoever. Alright, calling it there. Thanks for watching. And we'll see yous next Sunday for Bioshock, starting a new game. And then Monday for more Mass Effect. Alrighty. Bye just now. Fuck off, Malwarebytes.